Good. Okay, there we go. Okay. It's on. Okay. Done. 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 Yeah. And the roll. So, y'all gotta come over here. That way I can like focus on one area. Tell you really how. And right now, still might come tonight. Which one? The one that we're talking to? Okay. So she's coming in as a really consultant, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. She has been a consultant before. Okay, with us. Brianna. William Captain. You know her tonight. Okay, guys, we're gonna start. Okay, so you guys didn't want to sit on front row? I thought she was. Oh, you're both gonna sit on front row. Come on, come on. I need energy tonight. I need energy on the front row. Why? I don't smell that bad. Huh? I don't smell that bad. So we, tonight I know that on our agenda we had that we were going to do a skincare class and all of that, and I just had this feeling and thought today that we need to do some training tonight, and so I'm really excited that we get the opportunity to do that. So I've got some very, very profound things on my heart. I watched a training today from a national, I think she's an executive national sales director, Pam Shaw. She is. I know you watched her before, but she's incredible. So she used to be in the Pearl subdivision. She used to be in the Pearl division with us, and when we got changed to Ruby, and they took away Pearl, I think now they're in something different. So her, like, she has 3 Offspring national sales directors, so they're in a different thing, and she's beautiful. Her story is so awesome and so empowering. That I watched a training from her today, and the thing I love about when you put yourself in an arena with women who are where you want to be, they stretch you. You said Pam Shaw. Pamela Waldrop Shaw. Yep, Pam Shaw. The Pam Shaw. Once you see her once, so she's known, like, so her dresses at seminar are always like over the top and sometimes a little risque. Like one year she wore, but beautiful. Like she's very natural-ish, like with her makeup and stuff. But she's very, like, she works out all the time, and she's just a beautiful person. Like, oh my gosh, super pretty. And one year she wore, it would look like a mesh overlay for floor length, long train, but it looked like a bikini underneath of it, and you could see through it. But it sounds crazy. It was a little crazy, but it was beautiful, like beautiful. But yeah, she looked amazing. So she's known for having things like simply elegant. Like her dresses are not blingy or anything really, but they're like, wow. Does that make sense? Okay, but have you ever? Okay, so I've got so many things on my brain. So many things. So I watched a training from her today, and we're gonna watch it. So we're gonna watch it today. That's why I have my laptop here, both of these here, because for you guys online that are with us, I'll put that down and put that in front of it so they can see that, and you guys will get to watch it. I know it's gonna be on my little iPad, but I think it'll still be. I think the video is not found. Really? The video is not found. That's so weird. I wonder. I'll send you a picture of the link, Kennedy. So you should just be able to click on it, and then you see if what I said matches, okay? Okay, it's the top one there, but it should be working. I think I typed it in right. Unless you see something that I typed in wrong, let me know. Okay, but so those women who stretch you, okay? Those women who stretch you. You know, and I'm so excited for retreat, you guys, because we have, and we'll turn that off because obviously I'm not supposed to be with the people who are not here. Okay, I'm so excited for retreat because we got, I mean, oh my gosh, like being involved in the planning process, like I know how many great speakers we're going to have, the topics of what they're going to be training on, all of that. So I want us to think about for just a second. So as I was sitting there listening to Pam Shaw, did you guys listen to Tammy Grant-Pollan today? Oh my goodness. She talks about me on there, and then talks about, she talks about, did you listen? Okay, she talks about me on there because when she came to our meeting, and then she talks about Brittany McKay on there and different women, and she talks about being in the arena, being in the atmosphere of women who stretch you and women who help you think different thoughts. And you guys have been to events before, though, right? Mm-hmm. Like, and you guys online if you've been to an event before. How does it make you feel? Like being in the presence of like women who are maybe where you want to be with your business or in your life, you know, like financially where they are, or, you know, maybe a status of where they are in their business or whatever appeals to you. Okay, but how does it make you feel just being in that energy?
I mean, there's a lot of excitement or a lot of belief, a lot of energy in that goes with
energy, it. Belief, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, so as I was watching her today, like those thoughts kept going through my brain, you know, and then when I listened to Tammy Grant-Pollan today, I was like, oh my gosh, so funny, because that's what Tammy talked about, and then that's kind of what I was thinking, that thank goodness, you know, thank goodness for Mary Kay, but thank goodness that we have an arena that we're able to be put with women who stretch us. Because I feel like sometimes through life, actually a lot of time in life, we're not around people who stretch us. We're around people who let us stay where we are. Does that make sense? So
because
I want you.
It's more comfortable for them.
Yeah, it's more comfortable for them. And we tend to put ourselves around people who let us stay comfortable because we're comfortable with it. Does that make sense? Okay. And then Crystal's hotline today, $1 Million Message, talks about that too. And she talks about not that, but like in a different way. She talks about you have to sow the seed first, and then there will be growth. Like you have to be able to, you have to have the seed first. And oh my gosh, so many different things. I was listening to that when I came in. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, I know what I'm going to talk about. So many great things. Okay. So I want you guys to write down on your paper women who stretch you. Now, it doesn't have to be in Mary Kay, okay? But women, I want you to think about your circle of influence. So maybe it's, you know, in a church that you go to. Maybe it is in Mary Kay. But women who stretch you, women who make you think a different thought. Women who, and you guys, actually, it could be men too. It could be a man, it could be a woman, but anybody who's, I want you to write their name physically down on your paper, people who stretch you, that make you think a different thought. I also want you to maybe write down a couple people who are where you, in your mind, would like to be in your life. Maybe that is a financial goal. You know, maybe someone in your mind is financially where you would like to be. Maybe they are spiritually where you would like to be. Maybe they are where you would like to be physically fit, right? Okay, so maybe all of that, but maybe there's different people like that. So I want you to write down, I want you to have a list of 5 to 10 people. Okay, 5 to 10 people of, you know, different areas of people that stretch you, grow you, help you think a different thought, that you can see are somewhere different than you are. Okay? In Mary Kay, not in Mary Kay. In Mary Kay or not in Mary Kay? Check. Oh, okay, great. So did that work then? Oh, awesome. Thank you, Kennedy, for being so tech savvy for us. Okay, so 5 to 10 people, 10 people. I'd like you to have a list of 10 people who stretch you, who grow you, who are where you want to be physically, emotionally, healthy, you know, whatever it is that you're wanting, confidence-wise, whatever it is. Okay? You guys tell me when you're done. You have a list. Oh, wow. Right. Really close. It might be good for you to wash your list. Yeah, and touch me. Good. Okay, good. Okay. All right, we got that list? Okay. I only have 2. Hang on. You only got 2? 2 people.
so far.
Okay.
I had a right why.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's good. So right why. Right why. Do you guys know of anything that will take these stains out of our carpet? Please let me know. I've scrubbed it and it's like it goes away for a few weeks, and then it comes back with a vengeance.
Have you tried the Solumel?
Solumel? I don't know. Like when I have scrubbed them, like I scrubbed them a couple months ago, they looked really good for a little bit, but now obviously they look horrible and it's like they came back worse than they were before. I don't know. Okay. All right. Okay, and you can come back to this too, you guys, and you can think about those people. Okay. Now, I want you to write down or think about how much time do you spend with those people?
I don't know them personally.
Okay, well, write down how much time you spend with them. Okay, so because these are people that you look up to, right? How much time do you physically spend watching them online?
Okay, I watch them online.
Spending time with them in person, nose to nose, nose to nose, nose to nose, toe to toe, knee to knee, okay? Whatever it is, but I want you to write down how much time you physically spend with them. If it's online and that's the only way you can spend time with them, that counts. But you have to be in their space. And I feel like if you're watching a training or something online, that's in their space, right? Because you're getting their thought process. Okay. How many of you have ever heard in Mary Kay, those who show up, go up? Have you ever heard that? Okay. Why do you guys think that is relevant?
Because you're getting,
Tammy Rand talks about this on Hotline today too, but why do you think it's relevant? Why do you think you hear that so much?
you should be in.
You're being,
Well, because when you show up to meetings or you show up to events, then you're being educated,
okay,
inspired,
okay,
and you're in those people's presence
okay,
that have already done what you're trying to do.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. So there are, okay, great. I love what you just said. Okay, now when you look at that list of people that you have again in front of you, okay, what makes you want to be in their space? What makes you want to be in their space? What makes you want to be in their space?
Because they help you think differently.
They help you think differently, okay. Anything else? And if you guys online have anything you want to input, text me, and I'll hold my phone, which I don't like to do, but I'll hold my phone. If you guys have anything that you want to add in here, okay? So what were you saying, believe?
Believe.
Okay, so what do you mean by that?
Like, they can help you believe to be different and that you're going to be different.
Okay, so they can help you believe that you can have something different?
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, what else?
And that was kind of like when mine. I have two people that they have just like this amazing marriage.
Okay.
And just watching them makes me emotional. And I remember going to a wedding, being at a wedding with them. This was some years ago. And I was just getting divorced at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I just remember, and she took my hand in hers, and he did too. They just put their hands on me, and they said, we're going to pray that there's somebody that comes to you. And just their stories, just amazing. They used to be friends when they were kids, and she's like 7 years older than she's like 7 years older than him. I mean, she could have been his babysitter.
Okay.
And now they're together, and they're just so cool.
Yeah.
They're just so cool together.
So it makes you feel good when you're around them.
It makes me feel like that it could happen for me.
Okay. Okay. That's
what it is.
So it makes you feel like it could happen for you. That you could have that too.
Yeah.
Okay. So it gives you hope.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. What else? Anything else? Why do you want to be around those people?
Knowledge.
Knowledge, because they know more.
Because they bring knowledge to you.
Okay, bring knowledge. I love it. Okay.
You become like the 5 people you hang out with.
Okay, you become like the 5 people that you spend the most time with.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 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 These are all great things. All great things. So let's pretend like we never spend time with these people that we wrote down.
Okay.
Okay? We never spend time with these people. But we still want what they have. How do we expect to get there if we never spend time with them? I know that's like a large question. Okay, so there's these people, and we know how we feel when we're in their space, right? And we just express how they make us feel when we're in their space, and we know the benefits of why we would want to be in these people's space, right? So, but if we withhold ourselves for whatever reason, and we choose not to be in these people's space or people who stretch us, but we still want what they have. We want that healthy marriage. We want financial freedom. We want to be an influence for good. We want all of those things. How, my question is, how can we get there on our own? If we never surround ourselves with other people who we want to be more like, that are stretch us more than where we are, okay? How, if this is not coming out how I want it, but if we, it sounds so clear in my brain. Okay, but if we never surround ourselves with them or spend adequate amount of time with them, but we still want what they have, how do we expect to get from where we are to where we want to be and where they are? That's my question. How can that, because I'm literally asking.
The only thing,
how could that happen?
The only thing that you could do is know what they do, or see what they do,
okay,
study what they do,
okay,
and do what they do.
Okay, but without being around them,
if we're not around them at all, we can't do that.
Okay, okay. Any other thoughts? Okay, so here's another question for you. I know this is kind of deep, but I feel like it needs to be talked about. Okay, so what do you think some of the reasons are why people choose not to, like, so they know what they want, they know the type of people they need to be around more to get what they want, right? Mm-hmm. But why do they choose not to put themselves in that arena?
Because they don't feel adequate.
It's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. It's uncomfortable.
It can be uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sometimes.
Okay.
It reminds us where we actually are.
Okay. Oh, okay. So it reminds us where we actually are.
And that's uncomfortable.
Okay, got it. I like it. Okay. Okay, anything else? Anybody online have any thoughts? I keep checking my phone to see if you're saying anything. Okay?
Confidence.
Because our confidence is low. Okay? Now, when you look at that, when you look at those people that you wrote down, do they make you feel less than when you're in their space? Or do they make you feel awesome?
They make me feel powerful.
Okay. So usually when we're feeling inadequate or we're feeling not good enough or confidence is low.
I know where you're going.
Okay, where am I going?
You're going, I know where you're going with this. We need to be those people. We need to be that person for other people. Yeah. We need to get to the point in our life where we're the mini Tony Robbins.
Yeah, well, yeah, that would be great.
Like we would be the miniature, the very miniature.
Yes.
Of Tony Robbins.
Yeah.
But that's what he says in all of his things. He says, find somebody who's doing what you want.
Right.
And copy them.
Right.
Copy them. Do everything they do, even if it doesn't make sense to you. You
right.
do it.
Right. They go to Pop Stop 3 times a day. You go do it.
Yeah.
Okay? Doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make
sense. But I got lots of energy, so that's good. Okay. Okay. But okay, is this making sense? So usually when we're holding back from where we really want to be, like if we know that we want that financial security, if we know that we really truly deep down inside want that confidence that we see those people have, we want to be an influence for good. When we hold ourselves back, that's all it is. It's in our head, completely in our head. And really when we are in their space, we always feel better. I know for me, guys, for a fact, anytime I'm in those people's space that I wrote down today, I always feel better. And I always feel uplifted, and I always feel like I could conquer the world, and I always feel like I could do more than I thought that I could before, and I always think a new thought, right? But if you never put yourself in that arena, you will stay exactly where you are. Now, who's ever had the experience, if this has ever happened to you? I have a couple offspring sales directors who this has happened to. I actually can't say that this has happened to me. So I'm just going to throw this out there, okay? Have you ever been around those people, any of those people, but you didn't feel like you got anything from being in their space?
Well, why would they be on the list?
Okay, why would they be on your list? That's a good point. Okay, but anything else? Let's say that you came home, like from being in their space, and you had a bad attitude, and your thoughts were still defeating, and you were beating yourself up, and you didn't feel powerful, you felt less than. What would be reasons why somebody would feel that way versus how I always feel, which is like, freak! Oh my gosh!
Well, they don't believe in it.
Believe in what they're saying?
Maybe.
Okay, maybe they don't believe in what they're saying. Okay, well, they need me mentor, good. Okay, anything else?
It's maybe like I said before, the realization of, I think I get angry with myself. I walk around my house talking to myself, and
Okay.
I get angry with myself and kind of give myself a talking to.
Do you feel like it's comparing?
It could be, but it's like, okay, this is where they are, and you want to be where they are, but you're not quite there, and so it's a frustration or a reminder that that you need to do something different. You need to.
Okay. I had hopefully she's watching online. Hopefully she doesn't mind me sharing this. I'm not going to tell you who she is, but had a conversation with somebody, and it was brought up that at an event she didn't get what she thought she was getting. And so I was just asking for my own leadership purposes, wondering, because for me, like when I go to an event, like I'm always blown away. Like our event last year at Retreat, or like if I have an event with my sales directors or whatever, I always have something. There's always something that's said that strikes a chord in me. Does that make sense? So I was trying to process some different things and why somebody would come home from an event, because then I was like, well, gosh, yeah, if they're not getting what they would want from an event, why would they go? If somebody's truly not getting, what they thought they were going to get, or from a meeting, if you're not getting what you want from sales meeting or whatever, why would you want to come, But then I started thinking about it, and I feel like it has a lot to do where we are personally, and so it could be the comparing thing, it could be the inadequate thing, but I really truly think it comes down to, I think sometimes it seems so unachievable for us to have what those people have that we shut down before they even start. And we've already given up before their mouth even opens. And so our mind and our hearts are completely closed to whatever it is that they're saying. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Because I truly think that that's what could happen. Because I could stand up here and I could pour my heart out to you guys, which I try to do. Try to be very transparent, try to be very real with you so you understand, like, my journey has not been a cakewalk. It's not like I went from 0 to hero without ever falling down, you know what I mean, or anything like that. But I think that somebody still can take that and take nothing from it because they're either not ready, or they're comparing, or their heart and mind is just completely closed to whatever it is that the person in front, or the person, and not even necessarily that person is me that is on that list, but it could be anybody else in their life, but they're closed already before they even started talking. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And so then, because of that defeatist attitude, we can come home, and we can also, how many of you have ever, and I'm going to go back, I'm going to talk specifically about events, okay? We can, because I mean, when we talk about events, we hype it up, yeah? Mm-hmm. And here's for me why I do that, why I try to get everybody to go, because I know what they do for me. I wouldn't tell anybody to do something that I didn't feel like was beneficial. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so there's this big hype. So I think sometimes too, when we go to a meeting or go to an event, we've got this expectation of we're gonna come home, because I say, you'll be able to fly home without a plane, right? When we go to seminar, you'll be able to fly, which never fails. I do. Like, it's so crazy. But that's what we say. And so I wonder if there's this expectation of like either like the golden nugget, the magic feather, or whatever that we're going to hear at this one event. And then for some, whatever reason, maybe it's because our hearts closed, our minds closed, or whatever, we don't hear what we thought we needed to because of our attitude. I really think it comes down to attitude. That's what I think. And we come home, we don't change our action, so we still get the same result. Is this making any sense? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I just wanted to help everybody understand that I feel like anytime my business is not where I want it to be, anytime my business is not where I wanted it to be, whether it was then, previous, whether it was now. Is my stuff in here? Is my stuff in here? Yeah.
No, huh?
Okay. What was I saying? What did I say?
Your mom's not open.
I do think it's an attitude.
Yeah, you were saying that anytime.
Oh yeah, okay.
Anytime your business
okay,
is where you want it to be.
And Tam Shaw talked about this on the thing we're gonna watch. Love it. Okay, so anytime my business is not where I want it to be, to this day, I will look at myself in the face, in the mirror, like this, like, girl, what's the deal? Like, have you ever done that? Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like, you really have. You've looked at yourself in the mirror like this, like, you're right there with her. And you're like, what is the deal? Like, you had an honest, come to Jesus talk with yourself. You've really done that.
I talk to myself like that.
In the mirror, as close as you can get.
Probably not always in the mirror.
Okay,
no.
You're going to do it. If you feel like you are not where you want to be, you guys, something has to change. Something has to change. We can't continue to do this. And I'm saying this to myself as much as I am to anybody else. Okay, we've been talking about this national area for 3 years now, right? Something's not working. Okay, so something's not working. So I got to do something different, right? I've got to do something different. And so I've really been taking a hard look at myself in the mirror. But you guys, anytime that we find ourselves like saying, well, they didn't say what I thought they were going to say, or blaming other people, and I'm not saying that's what anybody's doing, but blaming other people for not being successful, or, I didn't get what I thought I was going to get, or anything like that. That's not okay. It's not okay to do. Who's responsible for our success? Completely responsible for our own success, right? But I know what you're saying. Ourselves. We are responsible for our own success. And I think that when that finally gets clear, because you guys even now, sometimes I like to be stubborn. Who likes to be stubborn? Anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, I like to be stubborn sometimes. So I'll ask Colette for, and I have to be ready for it. If I ask without not being ready, never good. Okay, but because you have to have a mentor that you trust, right? And whether it's Mary Kay or not, you have to have somebody that you trust. But you have to have somebody that will be real and honest with you and upfront with you enough to be able to tell you if you have a blind spot. We learn about blind spots. A blind spot is something that you can't see, that you don't know is happening, but other people know it's there. It's your blind spot. It's something that's holding you back that you don't know what it is, but other people visually see it. Okay, so if you're not where you want to be, you guys, I dare you to ask yourself what your blind spot is. I dare you to ask somebody that you trust what they think your blind spot is. I dare you to do that. Maybe it's your husband. He'll tell you. Ask your husband what your blind, or if you don't have a husband, whoever else you could call. Okay, daughter, son, or a mentor like me, or anybody like that. Okay, so somebody you trust that you think would give you good advice on what they think your blind spot is. Because if we never know what that is, it will continue to hold us back time after time after time after time. Now, if you ask what your blind spot is, you have to be ready to receive it. Because our instant reaction when somebody tells us that is what?
Yeah. What do you mean?
We didn't know.
What do you mean?
We're unaware of like what it actually is. So when they tell you, you're like, no, really? No, that's not right. I don't do that. I do that. No, I don't. No, I don't do that. Oh my gosh, do I do that? And we go through this entire thing, and there have been times where I'm like, no, I don't. I don't do that. I'm not even gonna see what you just said, and I don't, and nothing changed. Whose fault was that? It was my fault, right? Okay, so if you are gonna ask, please be prepared. Please be prepared, especially if you ask me. Okay? Please be prepared for what I would tell you, or your husband, because I asked my husband. Now, and that might take a little bit of probing, because not always does he want to tell you, because not always does he want to tell you, right? Because he knows how sometimes you react to stuff, right? So if you ask him, give him full-on permission, and then you receive it very graciously. Got it? Okay. All right. So I feel like that's really important for us to just acknowledge that if we're not where we want to be, but you guys, I also want you to understand that Mary Kay is not a one-size-fits-all. Mary Kay is not a one-size-fits-all. Okay. What does that even mean? What does that mean? Yeah, it's different for everyone. Okay, so what's good for me in my Mary Kay business and what I want in my Mary Kay business does not mean that that's what Joy wants. And it does not mean that that's what Ann wants. And that does not mean that that's what Kennedy wants. It doesn't mean that that's what anybody else wants. And it's okay, right? What happens in our business, though, and I think sometimes too, and I'm guilty of this, you guys, 100%, but, you know, we can get so driven on moving up the career path and what we want and what we define as successful in our own brains, that's all we see as successful. And when we do not acknowledge when we actually have success, and then we discount everything that we did, and we never give ourselves credit for what we actually did. And then what does that do? It keeps us down, right? 100%. 100%. Because you have to feel a win. You have to be good to yourself, and you have to be able to celebrate those wins along the way. You have to be willing and able to celebrate those wins along the way. So I think the first thing, I'm not going to go into a lot of this because that's what Pam is going to go into. You guys are just going to die. Maybe we should just watch that real quick. It's 30 minutes long. Okay, so let's watch it, and then we're going to have an open discussion. Okay, we're going to have an open discussion about what she says, and this time I'm going to take more notes on it because I didn't take super good notes the last time. Okay, so let's set this up real quick. Will you guys hold that down there in a chair? Hold the box. No, just can you put that down on the chair?
Put the laptop down on the chair.
Yeah, and then pull it forward so that they can see this.
Okay.
Right.
That was kind of what you wanted there to do.
Yeah, and we want it to be right up here so they can see it.
Oh, we're watching it on the little thing, huh?
For the next 30 minutes, thank you so much.
Can you hear that?
No, Marty.
5 minutes. We're going to focus on first goal setting mistakes people make when they set goals.
Oh my gosh, it's so good.
Number 3, goal setting.
This is right, you're gonna die. But did you die?
But did you die?
Do you want to turn your I want to into I have to? Because that's the difference between people who achieve and people who dream. And so let's get started. Again, I'm Pamela Waldrop Shaw. I'm author of 90 Day Planner.
Okay, hold on.
We go to the beginning.
Hello and welcome to session 2 of Design Your Life. Session 2, recording 3. I'm so excited. I'm Pamela Waldrop, author of Design Your Life, and it's you and me for free for the next 30 minutes. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, we are going to do 5 things. We're going to focus on, first, goal setting mistakes people make when they set goals. Number 2, goal categories. Number 3, goal setting by design, how to do it. Number 4, habits. And number 5, accountability. We're going to take your want to into your have to. Are you ready? Do you want to turn your I want to into I have to? Because that's the difference between people who achieve and people who dream. And so let's get started. Again, I'm Pamela Waldrop Shaw. I'm author of 90 Day Planner. If you think this is going to be beneficial to your friends and you've already shared this message with them before, go ahead and share it with them again. Just swipe up on your phone or click the share arrow and send it to your Facebook, and then that way you can review the video when we're done. And go back and see the beginning if you missed it. You can visit me at PamelaShaw.com, and you can get your design planner there. And you can also follow me on PamelaShaw.pink for my blog and other tips. And eventually we're going to move all the Design Your Life videos over there. So please get familiar. I'm at Pamela Shaw on Instagram, and weekly I put ideas and thoughts and tips that will benefit you in the design of your life. So hopefully you'll grab that. And then on Twitter and Snapchat, I'm Pamela W. Shaw. So here we go. How are you doing so far creating your vision list, your bucket list, your what I want to do before I die list? How are you doing thinking and dreaming bigger? Have you been putting some time and energy into that? I hope so. I'd love to see your replies on the chat. Also, how are you doing with your daily? How did you do this last week with your yellow sticky pad? Did you consider setting an alarm for windows of time? You know, it's really important that throughout the course of your day, while you're creating new habits and working with your time, nothing happens on your date book in terms of a list. You can make lists from now or until the cows come home, as we say in Kentucky, and nothing's going to happen. Something on your list has to have an appointment on your calendar. And that's why the yellow sticky pad is invaluable, because you can have a list, but if you go to the yellow sticky pad and then put it on a specific time frame, then it's much more likely to get done. So I urge you to play around with that. When I first started really time blocking myself and investing myself in making sure that I got things done during the day, I would also set my alarm. Before we had smartphone alarms, I would set my alarm and I'd give myself 10 minutes for one activity or 30 minutes for another activity. So work together with what works today. And of course, it's never been easier with your smartphone. So this year, things you want to accomplish. In that section where it says what I want to accomplish in my lifetime and what do I want to accomplish this year, well, what I want to accomplish this year has to join the form of a goal. Otherwise, it's still on your wish list. And so what you want to accomplish this year has to have a goal attached to it. So if you're watching this, you're somebody who wants to learn how to set goals. You didn't just get on here because I said, hey, I'll be talking at 4 o'clock. You got on here because I said I'm going to be talking about how to set goals and how to create habits to support those goals. So if you're on here today, you care about that. Is that right? You want to learn how to be a better goal setter, how to implement the accomplishment of more goals? So let me ask you this. What was the last goal that you set and accomplished? What was the last goal you set and accomplished? Part 2, when was it? When was the last time you set and accomplished a goal? Okay? So when I talk about goals, when I just say the word goals, you setting goals, you accomplishing goals, how does that make you feel? I want you to notice the physiology surrounding yourself right now. How do you feel right now talking about goals? Do you feel excited? Do you feel embarrassed? Do you feel disappointed? Do you feel hope-filled? How do you feel right now? Just the template of it. Even asking the question, when was the last goal you set and accomplished, and how long ago was that? Be aware about your thoughts that surround the concept of goal setting, because we're going to talk about some of the mistakes people make when setting goals. I think I've probably made every mistake there can be in goal setting. I'm sure that I have. And so I want to throw some of them out with you. We're just going to acknowledge some of the mistakes, and then we're going to move on about how we can get past some of those mistakes. Does that sound like a good plan? Okay, mistake number 1, thinking there's a better time, a better day, a better month, a better year to set a goal. I'm going to do this later when I feel like it. I'm going to do this after the kids get back in school. I'm going to set this goal after I lose 10 pounds. I'm going to set this goal after Thanksgiving. I'm going to do it in between Thanksgiving and Christmas. You know what? I'm just going to wait until January 1st. We operate so much on our emotions and on how we feel. And we think we're going to wait 1 minute. I'm just going to wait a minute until I feel better. That is the biggest mistake you can make. Waiting. Procrastination. Procrastinators, they justify, they defend, they hide, they lie, they get mad at you because they think they project their thoughts onto you, and they get mad at you because they think you're not believing in them or on their team, or they get mad at you. You know what? If you're mad at somebody else right now because you haven't accomplished a goal, shame on you. It's not anybody else's fault. It's not anybody else's responsibility. The biggest mistake each of us makes, regardless of what our goal is procrastination, thinking that we can justify or defend. You know what, gang, I want to tell you something. There is never a right time. There is never a right time, a best time. There's never an easy time. There's a social media post that I found this last week, and I just want to read it to you. I'm not going to recommend the book because I haven't read the book, and I don't like to recommend books that I haven't read. But this snippet just reminded me of just a truth. And it says this: there is no perfect moment, no time when you will know enough to guarantee that you're going to get what you want, no time that you're going to be 100% sure that you're ready to have a child, when you'll be 100% sure that you're ready to fall in love. There's never a good time to take a job, move cross country, build a business, show your work, stand in your truth, pursue your dreams. Still at some point imperfectly informed with butterflies in your belly, you'll still need to act to your own unknown. You'll still need to act on your own unknown. You know, most people just never buckle down to do the more disciplined choice because it takes courage. So the biggest mistake is waiting. And then the next big mistake, let's see, number 2 is unwilling to give anything up to have something more. That's mistake number 2, unwilling to give anything up. I want what I want right now. I want my schedule right now, my freedom right now. I want everything that I'm already committed to right now, but I want more. People mistakenly think that they can set a big goal, but not give anything up. I want to inject this right now. I do feel like over the years I have made the appropriate sacrifices. I have given up many things. In my 20s, I gave up dating. I gave up sleep. Those are the 2 things that I gave up in my 20s. In my 30s, I gave up watching sports. I love sports. Oh my gosh, I love professional football and basketball. My late husband and I used to watch all of it. But in my 30s, as a young mom building my business, that's what I gave up. And so you have to give something up along the way. Let me quickly say, I never compromise my values. It's not a matter of compromise. It's a matter of making the appropriate sacrifice. Number 3, people take on working towards accomplishing too many goals at one time. I'm going to wake up in the morning at 5 a.m. and then I'm going to have my quiet time and I'm going to read the whole Bible between now and Christmas, and then I'm going to memorize 40 scriptures, and then I'm going to eat clean 365 straight consecutive days, and I'm going to be a size 2 by in the morning. I'm exaggerating, but the reality is we take on too many goals at one time. And the 4th one is mistake is that we set our goals based on popular vote. What do you do? You don't think I can do it? You think I'm sacrificing something? You think I'm not? We let other people tell us why we could or shouldn't do our goal. So you got to ask yourself, what will I need to stop? What will I need to start? What will I need to continue? And what will I need to enhance if you're going to goal set? I want you to take a quick look now at your design book and find the categories for your goals. They are near the beginning of your design book, and it just simply says goal areas. The different areas that you can set your goal. So if you have your planner, open it up to that page. It's about 1, 2, 3, 4 pages in. It's near the very beginning, 4 pages in. So once we're there, we're going to ask a couple of things. we're going to take a look at the different categories that there are. Like I just said, one of the big mistakes is setting a goal for all of those different areas. And if you're asking me now where you get the planner, it's PamelaShaw.com. Click on Design Tools. We'll get it mailed out UPS the next day. The goal areas for you to set, you just have to think about your life comprehensively. You are a total being. You're not just a family person. You're not just a social person. You're not just an academic person. You may have all of these roles in your life, but you're not one of that. You're a combination of all. And so there are many different places you could goal set, and these are the primary ones: spiritual, family, career, physical, personal, social, educational, and financial. What one area is the most important to you right now? It's not saying the others aren't important. Sometimes people choose goals because they think that's what other people think they should do. Bad idea. So what one area is the most important to you right now? I'm going to suggest, for the purpose of our journey together, that you select no more than 2 areas. If you select more than 3, you start stacking failure against yourself, because it's too much change, and we're not wired for that much change at one time. So I'm going to say pick 1 for sure that you're really willing to goal set in, and maybe 2, and select those areas. Now, you already know what it is. You already know what it is. God's already been whispering to you, hey, when you, hey, you need to, you already know what it is. So stop acting like you don't know, because you do know. You do know which area is your number 1, and you do know which area is your number 2. And as you look through the book, the next thing that you're going to do is ask yourself which 2, to hurry at the most, I'm going to say 2. So that means you're only going to be filling in basically 2 sections here. Because the first thing we're looking at on the next page is long-term goals. We're going to break them down. As you flip the page, we're going to go long-term goals, short-term goals, and then how will you know that you're on target by the end of the month, the next page, and then the end of the week. So let's say your top goal is going to be spiritual, okay? What do you want and need to do to grow spiritually? For me, this was foundational for many, many years. There were years when I would wake up and, hit that 5 o'clock club and go straight into my quiet time and Bible reading and prayer and journaling and deep thinking, just to get to know God and to really come to the place that I am today with knowing that His promises are true and knowing that regardless of the circumstances, who He says He is, I believe Him. But it took that kind of investment to really build that relationship like it would any other relationship. So let's say if your long-term goal has something to do with growing spiritually, when you flip it, what's your short-term goal? Let's say long-term is about a year from now. Let's say short-term is about 3 months from now. And then how will you know by the end of the month that you're on target, and how will you know by the end of the week? So basically you have some homework to do, and it's really going to have to do with deciding, first of all, what these categories are and what the goal is. And you're like, oh my gosh, Pam, there can be so many goals within one category. That's right. But in order for you to be successful, you're going to pick one. One thing within the goal. Not, well, I'm just going to do more. That's just not even a goal. You're kidding yourself. More. It won't work. You've got to be very specific, which I'll explain to you in a minute. But here we are on the concept of your next goal. Ask yourself with the category. Let's take physical. That's an easy one to do. Let's take the goal of physical health, wellness, fitness. That's all for me umbrellaed under the title of physical. What's the one thing that would make the biggest difference in the accomplishment of your goal? What's the one thing that would make the biggest difference? And that is what the goal becomes. So let's say, for example, eating clean would be the one thing that would give me my next catapult in fitness, because I already work out 5 days a week. 4 to 6 for sure, usually 5, sometimes 6. So if I'm already doing that and I'm already confident in my workout, I'm confident in my trainer, I'm confident in what I'm doing, I'm confident in my form, if I'm confident in all that, what's the next thing I could do to take my fitness to a new level? Well, I could eat clean 6.5 days a week. So I would already know that. So what is it for you? What is the goal that you're going to give the most energy to that would give you the biggest bang for your buck? Maybe it's your career. Let me tell you something. If it's your career, it's going to have something to do with growth. It's going to have something to do with growth and growing people and growing the movement of product and growing your team. So if it's growth, what's the one thing that you could do or do more of to make the biggest difference? You already know the answer. And that's going to be where that's the question you're going to ask yourself in every goal category. What's the one thing that would make the biggest difference? Before we go into an area of goal setting, if you feel like your friends would benefit from breaking down for you how you set successful goals, and you haven't shared yet, go ahead and share your screen if you would. And then that way, the recording will be on your wall and your friends can see what you're talking about, and you can share this together, because I'm going to break down for you how to really look at goals.
Low battery.
No. All right. Yeah. It's plugged in. You're not plugged in? Yeah. Hold on. It says it's charging. Okay.
A goal that is well set. You can say, the goal that's not well set, you're not going to accomplish anything. So SMART means your goal is SMART. It's set up for success.
A lot.
S typically stands for specific. M stands for measurable. A stands for achievable. R stands for relevant. And T stands for time sensitive. S specific, M measurable, A achievable, R relevant, and T time sensitive. Now, these can have other names to go along with them. S specific could stand for also a stretching goal. A goal is going to stretch you. It's going to take you out of your comfort zone. It's going to take you into a place that you've never been before. So ask yourself some questions about the specificity, easy for me today, specificity or the stretching of the goal. What's one thing you'll implement to accomplish this goal? What would make this goal fun? Who specifically will be impacted by the success of this goal and by your decision? What specific action step or strategy are you going to take to stretch yourself to accomplish this goal? Those questions answered in the S part of the acronym will benefit you along the way. M, measurable. It could also stand for meaningful. You're not going to set a goal that's just meaningless to you. Obviously, it's going to mean something. So let's measure your meaningful goal. What do I mean by that? Well, how will you track and measure your weekly progress and results? How will you know that it's time to celebrate? What makes the goal meaningful to you in the first place? How could you involve your family in accomplishing this goal so that they're on board for the temporary sacrifice that you may be making? What systems would you want or need to have to accomplish your goal? M, measurable. A, achievable, or taking action. There are a lot of other words you could apply to it, but let's just roll with action and achievable. How will you get this done? What is going to inspire you to go the distance? How is your commitment? How strong is your commitment? How deep are your choices? And what steps will you take to achieve and take this action? R, realistic. R could also stand for rewarding. What is going to be rewarding about your goal? Or why is this relevant in your life right now? So realistic, what's in it for me? What are you going to do to let other people know that this is important to you? How does this align with your values? And where does it fit into the plan? R, realistic, relevant, rewarding. T, time sensitive. This is the biggest thing that people don't do. Well, in 2020, that's a long time away, sister. I mean, really, time sensitive. Goals need a start time and a stop time. I'm gonna tomorrow, and then I'll know eventually, and then, blah, blah, blah. In 2017, well, that's pretty vague still. It can say in 2017, but I would like to hear you say January 30th, 2017. Time sensitive. How are you going to get started? When will you get started? Who can support you to complete this on time? And what are your start and end dates? T, time sensitive. They have to be tangible. You have to know what they are. So, long term, short term, month end, benchmark, and end of week. The reality is very simple, that when you have all of those things in place for your goal, SMART, and you apply that process and those questions to your goal, then you're going to be set up for success. So I encourage you, you see where it says long-term goal, there's only space for 3 in your 90-day planner. You don't need more space. You'll just invest yourself in 2 to 3 goals. They can all be in the same category. They can be in a different category. They can be in 3 different categories. You can have 3 goals in 2 categories. But long term, I would say for us in the United States, no more than a year. Now, if we lived in Japan, we might be talking about a 50-year plan or a 500-year plan. But we live here with microwave really mentality. So I would say a year is a long stretch of time to go the distance for a goal. Some of you are operating on June 30th as your frame of reference. And so, sure, absolutely, let that be your long-term goal, so that, because we know what that benchmark is for those of you looking at June 30th. So long-term, short-term, I would go by quarters, 3 months at a time, 90 days at a time, because that's a design book. And if you can go by the end of this design book, by the end of this 90-day planner, here's where I'm going to be. But when I fill in my last day on this 90-day planner, here's where I'm going to be. You can get excited about that because you know what the pages are, and you can start to feel when they start spinning out, and you know that you got to amp it up. So then here's the beauty of this. When you get to the end of a week, remember we talked about this last week? So I'm on Sunday today, and my Sunday I overplanned. I overplanned. I did it again. That's okay, because I'd have left some space throughout the week to fill some of these things in. But when I get to filling out my other pieces of, I do mine on Saturday, of, reflect on the week. What went well? What can I improve? Review goals. Review your goals. And I did last night. I went back and I looked, long-term, short-term benchmark. Read them again. Brother, sister, when you go back and you read this at the end of every week, you're going to be so tuned in to what you say you want. You won't live in the delusion and the illusion of days passing and weeks passing and months passing and you not advancing and you feeling like life is getting away from you. When you focus on 90 days at a time, 1 day at a time, 1/2 hour at a time on your yellow sticky pad, and you max out the day the very best that you can, and you give the day the best that you've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. At the end of the week, just follow the book. Just do what it tells you. What did you do well? Write it down. What can you improve on? Write it down. Go back and look at your goals. Oh, that's a novel idea. Go back and look at your goals and reread them and adjust them. Because here's what's going to happen. As you go back and you reread your goals, 1 of 2 things will happen. 1, I really want this. This week, I'm going to amp it up and I'm going to live in alignment with what I say that I want. 2, you know what? I'm not doing anything towards this goal. This goal, it doesn't make my heart pitter patter. I wrote this down because I thought so-and-so wanted me to do this goal. I don't know what I want. I need to rethink. I need to go back into vision. I need to go back into really prayerfully deciding, what my next step is. God, lighten my heart to something. Stop working on a goal that you don't want. But don't kid yourself that it's not what you want just because you don't feel like doing it. There's a very fine line in between. I don't want this anymore, and I don't feel like doing it, so therefore I think I don't want it. I'm out. I'm out for now because I don't feel like it. That's not going to fly, even for you. Not because I say so, and not because I'm judging. I will never know, most likely. But because you've got to be honest with yourself. It's the key to success in anything. Self-honesty, being honest with yourself, will be the key that will catapult you forward. Okay, so benchmark, end of week, and then like I said in the very beginning, as you line up your new week, you have got to put your list on your appointment yellow sticky pad. Things on your list have to have an appointment with you. They have to have an amount of time. You can set your alarm clock and hear what that time is, but the reality is you can work this tighter and your design book is going to take you there. Are you excited? I'm excited for you. So, again, a list is just a list without an appointment. You got to have an actual time slot for your list. Okay, let's talk quickly about habits. My other little iPhone died up here before I got here and I didn't know it, so I set my iPhone for the 30-minute mark. So if something funky happens when my timer goes off and it cuts me off, you'll know that it was my oops. Let me go ahead and tell you now, in case that does happen, what we're going to do. I'm going to take a break from giving you a regular, like next Sunday, maybe. I'm going to take at least a week off, and I'm going to ask you to write in the comment section any questions that you have this week, any experiences that you would like for me to expand on, anything that you didn't really get from today. I want you to take the comment section and just fill it up with your questions, pass it to your friends, and then when I get those comments back, I will review them, and then I will create and put out there when the next live date is going to be, you and me for free. How does that sound? The next one, I'm going to focus on thoughts and how your brain works and how to create affirmations to retrain your brain how to think about you and how to think about others. You know, wouldn't it be great if we could retrain our brain to really think about others? Well, I'm not going to get into that now because we can. Okay, so let's talk about habits for a minute. There are some habits that Olympic champions have that we don't have. You want to know what they are? There are a couple things that they have ingrained inside of them that we do not have, and that is an appreciation for the mundane. Olympic athletes are fabulous at the mundane. They recognize that day after day after day, perfect practice, perfect coaching, perfect performance, perfect showing up with an idea, with a model of what that is. And I would say most of them have ever, only occasionally hit that mark, and it's all they do. That's all they do. Their job is working out, their job is swimming or gymnastics or whatever it is. But they have an appreciation for the mundane, that the repetition of the mundane over and over, when they'd rather be maybe partying with their friends at their age, or sleeping in at their age, or eating junk food at their age, or whatever it is that they would rather be doing, that their peers get to do, that they don't get to do because of the goal that they set. How do you do with mundane? How do you do when nobody else is around and there are no bells and whistles? There is no party, there is no music, there is no applause, there is no beautiful evening gown, there is no audience. It's you and your goal. How do you do with the mundane, day after day after day after day after day, with a day for rest? How do you do with that? Because Olympic athletes do well with it. The other thing that they do is that they understand the value of preparation. I've said this for years. When opportunity presents itself, it's too late to get prepared. And so it's important for you to get prepared. I think I shared with you at the very beginning that I've been working with the Design Your Life process for 20 years. It's been a published book for 16 years. This did not just happen last month because I thought it was a good idea when Facebook Live came on. I just feel really a joy and a privilege to be able to have a source of communication with those of you who've already been students of the Design Planner for years and years and years, so that I can give you kind of an updated version of the education and how to use it. It's my joy to be able to do that. You and me for free. There is a CD that explains it, but I'm 16 years past that CD too. I recorded it years ago, and so I'm grateful to be able to do that. But again, this has been a long process. So how do you do with the preparation factor behind the scenes when nobody's watching? Today, my Instagram post was just that. It was about private victories precede public victories, and it's behind the scenes when nobody's watching. So you've got to ask yourself every single day, with another post of mine this week, what do I want now? You know what, right now on Sunday, I want to bake chocolate chip cookie dough, and I want to have on my sweatpants, and I'd like to be on the couch watching football, and I might like to flip through some magazines and read a book, maybe do a little mail order, a little Neiman Marcus. That's what I want now. What do I want most? What I want most is to fulfill my calling in life, which includes mentoring and coaching leaders who multiply leaders, people who want to get this piece and live their best life. I want to be a healthy person and treat my body as his temple that it is. I want to eat and choose healthy food so that my thinking can be clear and I'll get a good night's sleep and wake up tomorrow and feel like I have integrity with myself. I want to be financially savvy, and so therefore online shopping could be like someone else's binge something else, and so therefore it's probably not a good idea. I walk in my closet, maybe just take the Neiman Marcus catalog or the website. I could probably put together every outfit that I like because I have similar things. What do I want now? I want to make cookie dough, and I want to sit on the couch and watch football. What do I want most? I want a fit, healthy body, and I want to have integrity with myself. So I'm doing a Facebook Live, you and me for free, instead of making cookie dough and sitting on the couch. It's that simple. It's not easy, but it is that simple. So you're going to need to get in the process of asking yourself, am I okay with the Monday? Do I understand that this is preparation? What do I want now? What do I want most? And when you do that over and over and over again, and you give yourself the honest answer and the best answer, and you choose best, it's going to accumulate. So let's talk about habits. You don't break a habit, you replace a habit. I can't break the habit of sleeping in late until I create the habit of waking up early. So you've got to create new ones. There are lots of habits we can talk about. We can talk about fitness, we can talk about sleep, we can talk about words that we spew on other people, we can talk about growing a business, we can talk about anything, because it really doesn't matter. We all have habits, good ones and bad ones, habits that serve us well, habits that don't do so well for us. So you've got to ask yourself, with your goals, as you get to the habit page, with your goals, with the goals that you've set, what habits are going to be the most important for you to create to align your goals? Okay, it happened. That was the timer. I'm going to continue because I'm not done. So if you're still with me, you have a few more minutes. Otherwise, I'll just let the recording go. We're still live. Yes, we are. Okay. So with your habits, there are the page in here says breaking the habit of blank by creating the habit of blank, and there's only room for 3 of these. Again, you don't want to take on too many. Breaking the habit of blank. What do I want to break the habit of? I want to break the habit of grabbing a certain snack. I want to break the habit of hitting snooze. I want to break the habit of sleeping in too late. I want to break the habit of procrastination. I want to break the habit of saying what I think. I want to break the habit of spewing myself all over Facebook before there's really any information about anything. I want to break the habit. We all have them. So what 3 habits would most support the success of your goals? Okay, you don't break a habit, you crowd it out by creating a new one. So first, you pick your habits, and then your habits pick you. So what habits do you want to break? The reality is simply this: you have to decide what habit is not serving you well and what habit could crowd it out or replace it. The example that I give a lot is, I want to break the habit of sleeping in late. Okay, so I have to create the habit of waking up early. Easy, I set an alarm. Okay. Set an alarm tomorrow and set it for a half hour, an hour earlier, and see what happens. You'll hit snooze and you won't get up. Maybe you need to set a second alarm. Have you seen those little alarms that like they crawl around on the floor and you have to get up and turn them off? Maybe that's your second alarm. Maybe your alarm coordinates with having your workout clothes right beside your bed. There was a window of time when I was having lots of interruptions today. Okay, so maybe the habit of putting your workout clothes on right beside you, that's what I would do. I would wake up, and before I would do anything else, I would put on my workout clothes, take my jammies off, put on my workout clothes, buckle up my sneakers, because really that's the decision in between when you do and don't work out, having to decide what to wear. Sometimes it's between waking up and going to the bathroom that you say, I'll work out tomorrow. But if you already have your workout clothes on, you are one step closer to out the door and for that workout. So what habits need support for you to go the next distance? There's going to be no real or significant change that will happen in your life until you change something that you do every day. And that is going to show up in the form of habits. Blaming someone else, it's out. Excuse making, it's out. Blaming is out, excuse making is out. The phrase of the day is personal responsibility. It's on me. I do need support. I do need someone cheering me on. I do need my family to align with this goal. But personal responsibility, it is up to me. So look at both your goals and your habits as wins that you are in charge of, that you can make happen. Daily, in your design book, somewhere in there, right? What is my win for today going to be? What does a win look like for me today? When you wake up and you know how winning is going to feel and how you're going to check off that win at the end of the night, it won't be long before you feel like a winner and before you start acting and living like the winner that you are. So decide the night before you go to bed in your design book, when you have it all set up for tomorrow, what is a win going to look like? What habit am I going to replace by creating a new habit? Remember the accumulation factor that I told you about last time is one of the principles of Design Your Life, is that time accumulates, success accumulates. It's the accumulation of daily small choices. The choices that I'm making today, they accumulate with the choices that I made yesterday and tomorrow. And so therefore, it's the accumulation of those choices that produces success. But failure is the same. It works the same way. The absence of making those choices over time also produces failure. So you've gotten the principle of accumulation. You have the principle, the 90-day principle. In 90 days, you can change anything. You can change your body. You can change your relationship. You can change your business in 90 days. And then I also gave you the time principle. Time invested in one area, well, time away from another. So you got to be very careful, very intentional with your yes and your no. Well, here's another principle I'm going to leave you with today, and that is that you can't change what you won't acknowledge. You can't change what you won't acknowledge. If you're blaming someone and you won't acknowledge it, you can't change it. If you won't acknowledge what it is that God's been whispering at you about with your goal and your habit, if you won't acknowledge it, if you won't be honest about it, you can't change it. You can't change what you won't acknowledge. Accountability, a word on accountability before we part. People who achieve success in life, people who create new habits, people who set goals and win at them, have accountability with another person. People who are private, who hide, who don't make themselves available for coaching, who don't want to have the tough conversation because they don't want to answer the hard questions because it might make them feel badly, they will not achieve their goals. You've got to be someone who is transparent and have someone in your life that you can trust and be accountable with. My closing thoughts are simply this. As you're thinking about your goals, as you're thinking about setting your goals, ask yourself this question. What would need to happen between now and December 31st that would let me say, this has been my best year ever? What would need to happen between now and December 31st for you to say, this was a winning year? Where have you bailed on your goals in the past? What hasn't happened in the past? When you set a goal and the result wasn't there, where have you failed in the past? What hasn't happened? Where have you bailed? How will you persevere? How will you learn from that? And how will you persevere and move forward this time? Lastly, how are you going to keep your 2 or 3 goals and 2 or 3 habits in front of you? How will you wake up and remember them? How will you go throughout your day and acknowledge that this is what you're about right now? This is what you're working on. So I'd love for you to write your questions in the comment section. I hope you'll share our live broadcast today, You and Me for Free, session 2 on goal setting and habits with your friends. Share it on Facebook, share it from your phone. If you need a planner and would like to start a 90-day planner of your own, you can visit us at PamelaShaw.com, click on Design Tools, and it will happen. So our next session, I'm going to give it a little bit of time. I will let you know when it is. But the next one will be a combination of me answering your questions from this chat and then also focusing on your thoughts, your brain, and your affirmations. So do something today that your future self will thank you for. Join me the next time. I can't wait to see you again. But until then, design your life, live your vision every day. God bless you. Have a great afternoon. Go football.
Oh my God, okay. Now, you see why I was like, oh, okay, we have to meet.
So,
Hi, I know I've seen you before.
yeah, I've been here, I think it was last year, wasn't it?
Was that last year?
Yeah.
Tell me your name one more time.
Rihanna.
Rihanna. Okay, like this. Yeah. Okay, I like it. Okay, so you guys can scoot back if you want to, or you can stay. Have a group discussion. Now, Rihanna, I know you came in later, and all that. Are you gonna
And I just never.
And it
really
looks like,
did much with it.
you still have everything in the boxes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay, so obviously you're here today, because we're gonna chat about that, right?
Right.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna treat you like you're already consultant. So I wanna have a group discussion. I mean, you guys got training, because that's the second time I gotta watch it. You know, it's so funny to me. I can watch something 3-4 times, and I always get something different. I got something from it different this time that I did watching it this morning. So I want to hear what you got from it. And maybe it won't have the same impact on you that it did on me. But remember, Mary Kay's not one size fits all, right? Okay, but first of all, just tell me thoughts that are in your brain from watching.
Wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Hey, do we have 5 minutes? Are you going to do this? Oh, you can come out here then. Yeah, feel free to come out here. Okay. That'll just be part of our group discussion. And I'll have to send you guys the link. And that, so we watched the video tonight. You have to watch the link, like when you guys get home, and you'll have to send it to her. Okay, but we're talking about, and they're just gonna be part of it. Okay? What we got from it. Okay, so go ahead.
I got be honest with yourself.
Okay?
That's a big one.
That's a huge one.
Appreciation of the things.
Right. Of the day in, day out. Okay? Falling in love with that.
Personal responsibility. Just everything. Just time sensitive.
Right. Did she stretch you?
Yes.
Yes. Even the little bit that you got, Rihanna, did you feel stretched?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
My God. She stretches you,
My
right?
mind is
Okay, so we watched Pam Shaw. Okay, all right. So what about you two?
Well, with me, personal responsibility is a big thing because I'm like signing up and I'm all gung ho, and then I get this, I don't know, I get a couple of people that kind of discourage me a little bit, and then I'm like, man, maybe this isn't gonna work out. And I'm like, I need to commit myself and take responsibility.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So whoever in the beginning of your business, just make you feel better, who has ever had anybody say, why are you doing Mary Kay? That's so dumb. Even if it wasn't those same words. Okay, when I first started, you guys, just to make you like understand, the first 5 people I told, my husband was the very, he patted me on the head because he came home, you guys know my story, came home literally, I was like so excited, I just signed my beauty consultant agreement, he came home and I said, babe, oh my gosh, I signed up for Mary Kay today, I'm going to earn us a free car. That's what I said. No, he literally patted me on the head. He was on I can remember this day so vividly. He was standing on the stairs in front of me, and he literally patted me on the head, and he goes, okay. And I was like, excuse me? You know, I was like, excuse me. And then, okay, that was the first one, but that one kind of made me mad for the simple fact that I was like, okay, so like, is he saying like, okay, I don't believe you. Okay, like you're not gonna do that. And then the next morning, I went to the salon to go to work, and my cousin that works with me, she works with me. Okay, so she was the first person there, and I was like, okay, so sign up for Mary Kay. I want a free car. And she was like, oh, you're not gonna do that. Nobody really earns cars. Like you understand that, right? And she goes, don't ask me to do a party because I don't leave it like Mary Kay. And I was like, what the freak? Okay. And then my mom and dad were supportive. My mom and dad helped me get products, and they were supportive, but they were just like, your aunt did this, your cousin did this, so-and-so did this, and I was just like done, because I'm like, those people are not me, first of all. Who do you people think I am? Like, I'm not somebody that's just going to say something and not do it. So what I know for a fact is people will be supported to the degree that you are committed. So like, but there will be this moment in time, you guys, where you work consistent in your business, and you earn that first free car, and you earn a second car, and you earn a pink Cadillac, and you do all of those things. And those people in the beginning, because you guys, here's the deal, if they're friends and family, they love you, and they don't want you to be a part of anything that's going to be detrimental, right? So they think they're being helpful, but they're actually helping us stay stuck in our comfort zone, which is never a good place to be. So they actually think they think they're being helpful because they're being protective, but they'll be the ones that say, gosh, we knew you could do it the whole time. I knew the moment you signed up, you were going to do big things. I knew you'd earn a pink Cadillac. I knew. And then they'll be a part of your unit. My cousin was a consultant in my unit, so was my mom. So, just so y'all know. Okay? That's what happens, but sometimes you have to prove yourself and you have to decide, because they're not going to hold parties for you, right? But is anybody else at all like me? When somebody tells you you can't do something, you're like, you want to show you. Is that how you are, Doc?
Yes.
That's what you remember. Like every time somebody says something negative to me, or so just the other day, me and Jana, so both of our pink Cadillacs were sitting out here. I didn't even hear it. I heard somebody yell, but I didn't hear what they said. But they drove by and a guy shouted out his window and he said, "Get him, artist!" Nuh-uh, to both of us. And she was like, "Did you just hear what he said?" And I was like, like it just told me, I was like, I don't care. But it affected her. You know what I mean? But there's always going to be somebody, because they don't know. If they really truly knew the heart of Mary Kay and what I do on a daily basis, no one would ever say that. If they knew the kind of person that I was and what I dedicate to someone else or any of that stuff, they would never say that. But if people don't know, the best thing we can do for anyone is to be successful.
Well,
Because
I don't think people know that everybody, everyone works for themselves. I think people think that
it's Mary Kay.
everybody works under each other. Like all
Yeah. Yeah, but the only way, you guys, that they're ever going to know anything different is by you showing them something different. The only way my circle of influence would have known that people actually earn a free car was because I did it. The only way that they knew that I wasn't just a salesman, that I wasn't just trying to get their money, steal their life away, okay, is by me showing them that that's not what I was doing. Does that make sense? So you can't let anybody say what you're going to do, what you're not going to do, because now, because I get calls to go speak at a realtor convention because I'm known for being a professional in my field. It has nothing to do with Mary Kay, but I'm known for being a professional. Does that make sense? So that was totally off topic. Okay, what else? What else did you get?
Value of preparation.
Value in the preparation. Okay.
Work on that as well.
So did you love it when she said, when the time presents itself, it's usually too late. You should have already been prepared. And I think sometimes we like get ready to get started to finally get going, and by that time that opportunity is there and we miss it because we weren't ready, right? Okay, so I love it that she said that. Okay,
One of the things that really, like she was like talking to me was, she says, you don't break a habit, you replace it with another better.
right.
So trying to stop doing something that you've always done, or the way that you've always done it, a habit, you have to replace it with something else.
Yeah. So if you're instant, so mine right now I'm on this gummy stick. Anything gummy, I'm like obsessed with. I'll go through different things. Okay. So my first initial, like anytime I feel like I'm hungry at all, hence why my suit is getting tighter again. Yeah, that's how I know, like, if I'm not on the right track, if my suit gets tighter. I'm like, oh, freak, maybe it's shrunk. Okay, all right. But my first thing, we have this barrel, not joking, of gummy fruit snacks. Okay. And my first, I go in and get 6 packages. I'm not joking, 6. I don't eat just one. I eat 6 packages of fruit snacks. Okay. That's my first thing. So I'm not just like, because anytime I feel hungry, I'm going to grab something, right? So it's either I replace it with something. It's a habit that I have. So I either replace it with carrots or something like water. You're usually thirsty versus that's a whole training in itself, not hungry. But instead of going to get fruit snacks or just stop buying the things or replacing it with healthier things, or I'm going to continue to do that. I'm just going to continue to get tighter and tighter. Okay? Because when you eat 18 to 30 fruit snacks packages a day,
Of the little bitty packages.
But how do you go from gummies to fruit? I mean, to something.
it's a decision. That's a decision, but that's what she said.
You have to
Is
replace
it easy? No. She said, I would much rather be sitting on my couch today in my sweats watching football. She said, that's what I want to do.
eating cookie dough.
Eating cookie dough that I just freshly made. That's what I'd want to do. But I'm on here with you today. That was a choice. We always have a choice. This is so good for you guys. You're 14, 15? Yeah, so good for you. Okay? Always a choice. Always a choice. Okay? All right. Does that make sense, though? So you guys got to watch it. It's so good. I watched it twice. Okay. So good. Anything else that you want to say? Are you excited to go home and do your homework? The long-term goal, the short-term goal, and we can send her the link so you can watch the rest of it too. Because I think there was probably about 20 minutes, put something in the sticky note. Okay, but short-term and long-term goals. So you guys are going to figure out what those are, and you're going to go through those steps that she said for you to have, and she talked about if nothing changes, if you continue to do the same thing, you're going to have the same results, right? Which we kind of talked about in the beginning of tonight. So it's so awesome. You guys have to watch it. Okay, all right, anything else? Anything else before we bring our models up? Nope? Good, okay, all right, so we're gonna bring our models up, and that's gonna talk about what she did. So we go through detail, like for the consultants, like what you did with them and all of that, and then you guys, we're gonna have you share your favorite thing you tried and one thing that you learned from them, right? Does it sound good? All right, okay, you guys, let's give our models a big round of applause. Yes, please. Okay, sit down here. Okay, we'll start with Starry. This is Starry. Is that your family? Yeah. It's so cute. Okay. Starry Sue. That's like a country singer. Oh, country.
No.
Oh. Okay. All right. That's all right. Okay. Sorry.
So, and this is Avery.
Okay.
We did similar. So, Starry did very light CC cream with Ivory 1 middle powder. And then they had the same blue eyes. We did the same color card on them. They did Shy Blush cheeks and Coral Bliss lips.
Oh.
And
Fancy
Nancy on top. Okay. And Ultimate Mascara and eyeshadow.
Honey Spice. Proper Glow. French Rose. Okay. Yep. And so you do the classic look, or so explain where you put it.
So, yeah, we did the classic.
Okay. So Honey Spice all over.
Yeah.
And then Copper Glow in the crease. And French Rose in the corner.
Yep.
Okay.
And then Avery, she did very light to medium CC cream, and Ivory 2 powder.
You guys look so cute. Do you have hot dates tonight? Sorry. Okay, got it. Okay. You guys look so cute, like so cute. So do you wear makeup normally or no? Okay. Not anything?
I wear mascara.
And that's it. Okay, she's starting. So, okay. But you wear makeup. Do you wear eyeshadow and everything?
Not usually, but I do foundation.
Okay. Okay, so you guys, what was your favorite thing you tried and one thing you learned?
I love the lip gloss that went over.
Okay, awesome. And what did you learn?
Well, I learned because I didn't know it to do the cleanser you had to go off an hour.
Yeah.
And so I learned that.
Okay, awesome. Okay, what about you?
I like the lipstick that you did.
The coral bliss. Okay. Okay. And what did you learn?
I learned how to blend the eyeshadow.
Yeah, there's so many good things, right? Well, you guys, we're so glad that you came, and I know this helped you, so that's fantastic. And this is your sister-in-law? Yes, sister-in-law. So your husband's sister. Yes, your husband's obviously older. So, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. Okay, well, you guys do get a $5 model coupon, so I don't know if she told you that or not, but you guys do get to use that, so feel free to, you can sit down with them if you already marked everything down for them and everything. Yeah. Oh, you already done all that. Okay, great. Okay, well, one more time, you guys give them a big round of applause. Okay, now we're going to do some recognition, you guys, and then I've got some fun products. We have new products.
Yeah.
New products. Do you guys know when you can order the new products? So we can order them today. Okay, but you guys can order them October 1st. Now, who has had a Christmas selling season with Mary Kay? Raise your hand, please. Okay, tell these other women about it really quick.
You want to start in October?
Okay, so we will be having a holiday workshop. How many of you have ever been to one of our holiday workshops before? Okay, you guys have never been?
I just missed them because I work.
Oh my gosh, Ian, quit that. Okay, all right. But you guys, so we are having a holiday workshop. Now, we do have retreats that's coming up, so we won't be doing the holiday workshop until later in the month. I wish that I could tell you it was going to be next week, unless we decide, but I feel like we haven't promoted it, so it would be hard to do it next week.
Yeah.
Watch for it. Because you never know, okay? holiday training at Retreat, which is really, really exciting because that whole expo will be there again this year, which is awesome with all the new stuff, everything, okay? So let's do a count up real quick. So if you sold any Mary Kay products this week, and I'm going to show you some of this products, okay? Go ahead and stand on up. Okay, so guests in the room, we're going to do some clapping, all right? So everybody just give them a big round of applause. Good job, good job, good job. Okay, if you sold any Mary Kay products, stay standing. If you sold $50, stay standing. If you sold $100, stay standing. 150. Where are you two at? Hunter, give her a big round of applause. Rhea? About 100 to there. A big round of applause. Okay. All right. So we're just saying 150.
So are we doing? This always confuses me.
Okay.
Do you go off of wholesale or do you go off
Retail.
retail? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay. That's what I want to know.
Always retail.
Okay.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Not the order you placed, but your retail amount that you sold.
Okay.
Your sales ticket. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So 200. Stay standing. 250. Stay standing. $300 week. Get on up here. Woohoo! That's exciting. So for those of you who are new, $300 is the minimum you want to be selling every single week. Why? Because you drive cars. That's number one. Okay, but what else? Why do we sell $300? Please tell me you know this answer. Thank you. Okay. Star Consulting Quarter started what day? September 16th. We will get those up. I actually have the thing in here. I'm going to take tonight and do those. So just so you all know, we have new prizes started September 16th. If you sell a minimum of 300 retail every single week, you'll always be a Star Consultant. Always, you guys. It's so no-brainer to me. Okay. 350. Step forward. Okay. 400. Step back. Where are you at? 383. 383. Give her a big round of applause. Okay. So we're still standing at 400. Okay. 450. Step forward. My goodness. 500. Step back. Woo! 550, step forward. Where are you at? 500. Oh my gosh, girlfriend. Let me find you a prize. Okay. Oh, I'm going to give you one of these. Okay. All right.
Do they have gummies in them? Fruit gummies?
They have a measuring tape. No, they don't. I got those for myself. Measuring tape and a nut roll in them. So the coffee plates that I used in Rigby, it was their 10-year anniversary. So they gave me a few of these. I think they're adorable. Okay, so here's your price. Okay, so come over here. All right, so $500 in sales. All right, so that's super exciting. She's brand new consultant, just so you all know. Okay, so I want you to share with everyone how you had $500 in sales.
Okay, so I had my launch party with Tammy Brown,
Okay.
and I invited mostly just my family showed up.
Awesome.
My mom bought the whole timelines repair,
Oh, yeah.
and all my sister-in-laws, or my mother-in-law's sister-in-laws, so aunt-in-laws,
Okay.
all bought something. And I also got 4 facials, party
Okay.
books, and
That's it. Yeah. And that's it. That's all I've done. Okay, so but that $500 in sales was for one party. Yeah. Okay, so what do you have on your books for this week?
they have to start next week.
They start next week.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
so
correct.
you're going to be booking for this week. You get through this week too, right? So you're not going to wait for those next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So you guys, $500 in sales, brand new consultant. Give her a big round. Oh, I'm super proud of you. Oh my God, so exciting. Okay, so you're going to beat it this week, right? Okay. All right, I like it. Okay, so let's do bookings. If you have any new bookings this week, so you got it from Monday to this Monday, so you have 4, right? Okay, because you got those this weekend, right? Okay, stand up. Okay, big round of applause for these women. All right. Okay, if you have 2 at least, stay standing. 3, 4, 5. Get on up here. You're a queen of both. I love it. You guys, how would you want people to clap for you? Woohoo! Thank you. Okay, that's important. Okay, so you have 5 numbers. Okay, this is a magic pen. So when you write your bookings with this, they never cancel. And that, like, they multiply. It's the craziest thing. Are you standing there? Okay, so 5 new bookings. So share with everybody. I think you already did, but you got 4 new bookings from that party. And then where was the other one from?
The other one, my mom scheduled one afterwards.
Okay.
That she would invite for breakfast.
Okay. And what did you say to them to have them book with you?
I don't know, she kind of told me because I was already booking everyone else. She told me that she'd schedule one for herself to try them, and then she would schedule one once she found out her people that she would schedule.
That's weird. So she just asked.
Yeah.
She just asked if they would book with her. And they do. Okay. You're our queen of sales and our queen of bookings. So I'm going to take your picture. So you,
Yay!
like, you guys give her a big round of applause.
Woo-hoo!
I'm going to say this to your mama. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Good job. Just one more part. Oh, she does. Okay. Okay, so from here on out, I'm gonna give these to her tonight, but you guys just have to let me know like beforehand. So I have those up here. Okay? All right? Okay, so she's also completed the remarketing. So do you all know what that means? So her pearls of sharing is when you do your first 3 sharing appointments with your sales director, you get your pearl earrings. Okay, so these are completed. These are super cute. They look just like that up there. So you want to wear those with like pride, like every meeting, every party. So when people ask you, oh my gosh, what are you wearing? Such a great conversation piece. Has that ever happened to anyone? Nobody? Are we alive? Has that happened to anyone? Have you ever been wearing a piece of jewelry? What did they say?
They said, where'd you get your jewelry?
Yeah. And what do you say?
I said, I got it from one of my big girlfriends. I think it's been done with many kids.
Have you ever had a free facial makeover? Would you like one? I'd love to give you my business card. It's a fantastic conversation piece. So, super, super proud of you guys. One more time, give her a big round of applause. All right, go ahead and have a seat. Okay, so, do y'all understand how prizes work? I feel like we haven't gave prizes away for a while, so thank you for letting us give prizes. Okay, so if you guys earn anything, so new consultants, like there's a whole prize page in the back where you can earn prizes, okay? Okay, so you guys, sorry, my voice is struggling. Okay, so let's talk about a few of these products real quick. So first of all, how cute is it? How cute is it? Okay, so you guys, this one, are y'all listening? This one is going to sell out. This one is going to sell out. Okay, so I'm going to pass this around. Okay, so you guys will love this. You will love it. Okay, so this is a shimmer mist. It is so cute. Okay, so they have this in seminar. So I'm going to pass this around. Okay, and you can like look at it. I want you to spray some on your arm. Okay, so you can do that. Okay, so spray that around. Now the other thing that comes with this, and how cute is this packaging, by the way? Okay, I'm not going to get this out, but what do you think? Okay, so this is a body wash. So this is an entire set. Okay, so this is the body wash. How cute is that? Okay, and then this is a body butter, and I'm going to pass this around too so you can really smell it. You guys, this smell is incredible. So I want you to think about all the women who would be excited to have that. Okay? Okay. Now, I want to be able to tell you what everything is.
And you get that box for free.
What?
You get that box.
You got it. You do that.
Oh, no, we pay for it.
Oh, okay.
It just comes out of our commission check though.
Oh, okay.
So once a quarter, just so you guys all know how this works, as sales directors, once a quarter we get a box that looks like this. How good does that smell? You guys want it, right? Wouldn't you love that body wash? Shimmer mist? Okay. She can order it on Friday, Saturday. Okay, so that set, you guys, that set. That's not the set. Okay, so it comes with, it looks like the set comes with the bag and the body butter and the body wash, and that's $32. Okay, then you can get the shimmer mist, the shimmer sparkly mist for $16. So if you add that up, that's $48.
Yeah.
Right? For all three. But I want you to think about if you bought all 3 of those things at Bath and Body Works, if you bought all 3 of those things at Victoria's Secret. Is the smell of this incredible? Smell of that is incredible. Okay, now I'm also going to ask that everybody does send hands tonight, okay, before you leave. So they sent us a mini one, so guess what we're going to have coming back out. So do you all understand that the sand hands will be no longer that we have?
The peach.
The peach will be gone, so will the fragrance free. So it's,
really?
Oh.
Yeah, and it's a completely different formula. So it's this scent right here, okay? So I'm going to have you try it. We still do it the same way. So before you leave, you're going to try that. And the satin hand set, I just want to tell you, right? Okay.
Full size one.
Yeah, full size. Full size. Full size, full size, full size. Where is it? Did it go up? Okay. I don't know. Yeah, 36. Yep, so it's 36. And it looks like, so there's a fragrance-free one, okay? And then there's also the white tea and citrus, which is that one right there, okay? Now, the other products, how many of you remember last year when we had, now you guys, we can only order the products as of today. I wish I could show you everything. But how many of you remember the Amore, how do you say that? Amore, the bag, the travel roller bag from last year, the printed bag from last year.
I have a couple of those. Yeah.
Do you really?
I do.
Okay, I sold out of them like crazy. Do y'all remember how cute that bag was? Okay, so instead of the normal roll it back, we have that one. Okay, that one was such a huge seller last year. You will want to stock up on that. Now, the other thing that we have is a new limited edition mini eye brush set that has 3 eye brushes in it. It's got the smudger brush, like the little angled brush, the wider one, and it's $15.
Oh my gosh.
Retail.
Oh my gosh. And they're just little bitty.
brushes.
Just little
They're
bitty.
smaller. They look like this, and it comes in this cute little. Okay, so is everybody with me? Okay, on that, do you see the little minis right there? Little minis right there. Everybody wants those. Any mini, everybody wants, right? Okay. Now the other thing that we have that are going to be huge sellers are these right here. They are the glow finishing illuminating sticks right there. Okay. I wish next. I don't know that we'll have them next week unless I.
Are they like a cheek color?
They are like an illuminator for your cheeks. You got to see them. Yeah. Okay. So they're like a cheek illuminator. So you would put it right here. They're so cute. At retreat, Jana will be doing makeovers with them, so you'll be able to see them. But they are so stinking cute. And those are 12. Okay. And then the last thing that we have is this one right here. So there is 2 shower gels. They are
For the dudes.
hair and body wash for men, and for both of them, they're 26. Okay, so there's hair and body wash and hair and body wash. So there's the high intensity and the high intensity sport. So these would be awesome stocking stuffers for you guys on some. Okay, high intensity is awesome. Okay, but they'll be great stocking stuffers for the men. So you guys, these holiday products, I cannot stress to you enough, they will sell out. The things that are limited edition. So the satin hands is a regular line thing. It shouldn't sell out. But the brush set, last time we had a mini brush set, I don't know if any of you were in Mary Kay. They were black. Do you remember these? Black with like almost flower looking things on them. Do you remember those? Were they a good purchase? They were sold out. They sold out so fast. So you guys, that little thing, I do believe this little fragrance thing right here, I do believe it will sell out. Now, I say this every year, and I think consultants think I'm joking. That's what I think. I think they think I'm joking, and then they sell out, and they're like, oh, I didn't get any. And I'm like, I'm not really sure why you didn't get any. I told you multiple times, like it was going to sell out. So my goal, you guys, what I would be doing if I were you this week, I would be selling my buns off this last week of September so that you have funds in your hot little hands October 1st to order these products, because there's also a promotion for retreat attendees where when you place an order, there's a flyer that's going to be coming out. Remember last year where we gave free products?
Yeah.
Okay, so this year will be the same thing. When you place a certain order with this new holiday stuff, then you're going to go into the drawing for that free product at retreat. Yeah, and so, but it has to be done before retreat, so just so you know. Okay, all right, so we're excited about this new stuff. So you can do all the research you want on InTouch. You can learn all about it. It's going to be super awesome. Okay, so what is Friday? What is the significance of Friday?
It's last day of the month.
Last day of the month. Whew, last day of the month. Friday. Okay, you guys, here's the deal. Every month, we have a last day of the month, right? So sometimes, not a secret. Okay, now, there's a lot of stuff that goes in on those days. So you guys, if you have orders that you need to place, so I love it that Tammy Brown always says that you never start the new month with anything that you've already sold that is off your shelf. You always replace for that month. So if you sold this product, if you sold product this month, you want to replace that product. You want to start the new month with missing products. Does that make sense? So you always want to order at the end of the month versus at the beginning of the month. Now, you guys, the other thing is, how many of you want to have a strong selling season? Okay, so thinking like a retailer. So when you walk into Walmart or Shopko or anywhere right now, what do you see? Christmas. Can you believe that? Can you even believe that? I put my fall stuff up like 3 weeks ago, the beginning of September, and it felt so weird to me to put my fall stuff up already. But now it's the end of September, and I'm like, please, if I wouldn't have done it, like pretty soon I'll be taking them down, right? So you don't get to enjoy it very, very long. I already put fall scents in my Scentsy burner, and I love those things, right? Okay, so you guys, if you're thinking like a retailer, which you are, you need to have appropriate things stocked to have a strong selling season. Does that make sense? Have a strong selling season. Because for Christmas, when you walk into, okay, let's just say that you've seen a Shiver Mist, a body butter, and a shower gel sitting randomly on the shelf. Okay? in a store, not together as a set, do you instantly think, oh my gosh, that's a great gift? You instantly think that. No, right, you don't. Okay, that's not, but you don't instantly think gift. Now, when you have something and you walk by that same shelf and it's in a cute little bag, all nice, okay, now what do you think? Oh my gosh, slap a bow on that and it's a gift, right? But you wouldn't instantly think if they were all separate, you would instantly think gifts. So you guys, when you have the products there at your parties, especially the closer we get to Christmas, people are already buying. Do you know that I already have girlfriends who are done? They're already done Christmas shopping. I'm like, what? I don't even start till like 23rd of December. What are you talking about? Okay, but you guys, if you want this season to be different than any other season that you've had, take our advice this year. Stock up on these things. If you have leftovers at the end of the holiday season, you won't be sad about that because guess what you can use them for? Hostess gifts. Use them for hostess gifts. You use them for products next year. Yeah. I mean, they have a shelf life of 2 years, so they'll still be good for next Christmas. But I always use my leftover stuff for hostess gifts. There's a perfect thing for that. The other thing is we always have an open house where we have a 15% off table. You can put it on that and you can get your money back from them. So you guys, it's such an opportunity for you to have everything there to do cute little displays at every single party. Once they're done buying the product that you've already demoed there, then you say, who do you have to shop for Christmas? I would have that off your list. That's it. That's all you have to do. It's so simple. Pull out your little display of goodies, and then people want to go shopping with you. They're already going to be, who's spending money? Who's going to be spending money for Christmas? Raise your hand. Do y'all buy from yourself for Christmas? You do, right? You should. If you don't, that's like not smart. You should. Do you think the owner of Walmart, now he might, but he probably still buys stuff from himself. Does that make sense? The owner of any business is going to, for Christmas, number one, it's good advertising for you. Number two, it shows that you believe in your product, right? Now, somebody, because you sell products of Mary Kay for people for Christmas, why wouldn't you give Mary Kay for Christmas? If you're going to spend that money, Nola, I love Nola. Every year, she texts me with her cocoa cup in hand, her TV screen or her computer, and she's in her jammies, and I'm like, she always says, Christmas shopping! And that's what she does. So she buys everybody in her family. She's going to be spending the money anyways. Why wouldn't you spend it for yourself? You guys, it's so smart. We have stuff for men, for women, for teenagers that they love. You guys would love this, right? Okay, this is what she wants for Christmas. Okay. All right. Okay, so incredibly smart. Okay, so I'm going to give you a challenge. So we're excited about these products. So I would love to see all of you place your orders October 1st, be the women who set the examples in our unit, and show people that this is what we're doing.
Like October 1st at midnight of October 1st, or like 8?
Once the month closes out, there will be a thing that says we'll reopen it. Seems like it, yeah, like I think it opens at like 8 a.m. is when we can actually order. So that would be on October 1st, which would be Saturday morning. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you a challenge this week. Because next time we come will be October 3rd. Now I've got some really awesome training that I'm going to do next week. Now the following Monday, just so everybody knows, we will not have meetings because why? Retreat. We'll be at retreat. Okay, so retreat is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So next Monday we'll have training. We'll do a skincare class in the other room. Does anybody want to volunteer to do the skincare class in the other room? Anybody? Okay, I'll take one. Okay. All right. So we're going to have guests. You guys, please bring guests. It's always super good for them. And then also we'll do training in here. And then the next week we won't have meetings. I'm going to encourage you guys to go to someone else's meeting, either Nola's on Thursday night or Stacy's on Wednesday night. Okay, because how many of you have ever missed a meeting? You kind of drag, right, through that week. Good job. Okay, I've never missed one in 8 years. Give me a round of applause. Okay, so in 8 years, I've never missed one because I always understood the benefit of, sorry, friend is calling. Okay, but I always understood the benefit of being to my sales meeting every single week. I was so worried that she was going to say something that I was supposed to be there for, and I was going to miss. I was so worried about that. Okay, so you guys, I hope you worry about things like that because that's the mindset that's going to help you be successful, that you want to show up to everything. So that next week we won't have meeting. I will be getting a flyer out for you for the what was I saying? Christmas workshop, okay? And also on the 17th. Is it the 17th? Is Monday the 17th? Or is it the 18th? So it's the meeting after our retreat, 17th. That will be our Hope for the Hooters event. Who came to that last year? Okay. Did anybody come last year except for me?
I was here.
That room was packed last year. It was awesome. So we have the same woman coming from District 7. You guys, hi! Come say hi! Hi, everybody! Okay, let me finish this thought. We have the same woman coming from District 7. So she is licensed in breast stuff. I don't even know what she is, you guys. She's a registered nurse, but she's got all sorts of certifications in cancer stuff, research, like mammograms, all of that. Very, very knowledgeable. Our event last year was incredible. We will have a, so she will speak on, like, because, what is October?
National Breast
Okay, so
Cancer.
Breast Cancer Awareness. So the event is called Hope for the Hooters. Watch for the flyer. Okay, everybody wears pink. You're all decked out as much pink as you can be in. We have little goodie bags that everybody gets. So you want to bring women. We will be doing the new fat hands. We will be doing just a few things that are pampering. In the other side of the training center, we will have lip stations where they can try the new gel matte lipsticks and just show and tell some of the new products. And they'll be trying satin hands. And so just some little pampering stuff. So we're not going to do full-on facials, but you can still sell products. Y'all understand that, right? We'll still show the roll-up bag. We'll still do all of that. She will educate everybody on, like, how to give yourself breast exams. It was awesome last year, you guys. The directors, my directors are also participating with us this year. So this room is going to be packed. So if you think like it's not, it will be packed. So you'll want to be here early to get your seats. Okay, we'll have more chairs in here. And then the other thing, we will do a raffle that night. So we're going to talk about the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation because Mary Kay supports domestic violence, and then they also give money to the foundations that help support cancer research for cancers in women. Okay, so we're donating things to that raffle where people can buy tickets. So it will be prizes that we had, it will be products, it will be all sorts of stuff where all that money from the raffle is going to be donated to the Mary Kay Charitable Foundation. So it's going to be an amazing cause. So if you know people that like to support causes, our consultants, you guys, we want our consultants to be there because it's going to be such an incredible thing. Last year, the knowledge she gave, she had props, she had, it was awesome. It was so awesome, you guys. So that's the 17th. When is it?
Monday the 17th.
Monday the 17th. When is it? Monday the 17th. One more time. When is it?
Monday the 17th.
What's it called?
Hope for the Hooters.
Hope for the Hooters. Okay, so very important that we get this room completely packed so that she feels like her time was very well spent. She doesn't charge us to do this event. She does it on her own free will to just have that education be out there. And I'm not joking, guys. The feedback we had last year, we will also have a cancer survivor here that will tell her story. Oh, last year was horrible, but it was so great. It was so great. And you guys, it was just such an uplifting event. If you've ever been a part of something like that, it was such an incredible event last year, and I'm hoping that this year is going to be even more great. Okay, so we've got a lot of things happening in October. So we've got retreat, we've got the holiday expo that we're going to be doing, the holiday workshop. We've also got the Hope for the Hooters event. We'll have a Piece of Possibilities event thrown in there at my home. I don't think we're going to have a consultant boot camp unless we have a lot of added new people. So maybe we will. That might be something I throw in. But just so you guys know, it's going to be such an incredible October. So I want everybody to set your sights on what you want to have happen. And remember, whatever you do this week is going to roll into next month. Whatever you do this week is going to roll into next month. So if you want to have, who wants to have an awesome October? Woo-hoo! Okay, so it starts today. It starts today. Once you walk out that door, your mindset is clear, what's going to happen, what you're not going to do, and you have that goal completely set in your brain, and it starts this week. Because whatever you do this week is going to give you that momentum to flow into next week. Okay, so here's your goal, or your challenge. Your challenge for next week. I'm not giving away this necklace. I really want to. Even though I keep saying I'm just going to keep it for myself in mind. Okay, so do y'all see this? Is anybody prize motivated? I know Stacey is. Okay, so am I. Okay, do y'all see this? This is Mary Kay with a diamond. It's so cute. Okay, y'all see? Who wants it? Okay, who wants it? They're like, yeah, me. So Mary Kay will be out about. Okay, you want to see this? Do our challenge. Okay, now, oh, yeah, sure. Okay, whoever, so here's the deal. I'm gonna do a drawing, so this, it counts for you guys online too. Okay, so I'm gonna do a drawing next week for that necklace. So here's how you're gonna go into the drawing. Ready? Okay, so between now and next Monday, so the end, I'm lying, I totally just lied to you. I'm gonna do it from today to Friday, okay, because the last day of the month is Friday. So I want you to get as much done before the end of the month as you possibly can. Okay, so from now until Friday at 11 p.m., which is when the month closes, okay, whoever does, you ready? Whoever does at least 9 faces, whoever sees and puts the product on, not just sees, like when you're out and about at Target, like, hey, girl, what's up? Okay, whoever puts the product on 9 faces, so what would that be?
3 parties.
Yeah, at least 3 parties, okay? Okay, now, if you did 1 party with, or 2 parties with 4 at one, 5 at the other, then that's 9 faces. Or you can do 9 individual appointments. I don't care how you do it, but 9 faces, whoever sees 9 faces, okay, shares the opportunity. You guys, we've got 4 days left in this team building promotion. 4 days left in this team building promotion. Who has taken advantage of it this month? Who has new team members? Raise your hand. Give them a big round of applause. I did too. Okay, all right, so you guys do important that you're taking advantage. Who have you not told? We have a team building promotion. Who didn't even know we did? Please tell me everyone did. Okay, we have a team building promotion that's 40. I'm kind of heated. Okay, what happened? Okay, does everybody know Stacy? Stacy's one of our directors. Give Stacy a big round. Okay, so 9 faces. You have to share the opportunity with at least 2 women. With at least 2 women, you guys. At least 2 women. That is nothing. You know. Oh, Stacy said 3. Oh, we stopped it. I'll share with 3 people. Thank you, Stacy. Okay, 3 people. Okay, so we should just do 3. Let's just do 3. Okay, so 9 faces, 3 interviews, and 300 in sales minimum. 300 in sales minimum. Now, the other thing that I'm going to add is that you place a wholesale order with the company between now and Friday. If you tell me I already did one, I don't care. Do another one. Okay, all right. Because if you're seeing 9 faces, you're going to sell more products. And when do you replace products?
At the end of the
Same
month.
month. Okay, same month. So you're going to see 9 faces. Now, you guys, if you have a $50 average, raise your hand if you have a $50 per face average, at least. Raise your hand. Okay, mine's closer to $100. Okay, so at least a $50 average. If you see 9 faces, 9 times 50 is what?
450.
Is that what it is? 450. Okay, so it's $450. What's half of that? Who would not be excited about an extra $200 to $300 in your bank account this week? Minimum.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's excited about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Nobody's excited about that.
Yeah.
Who's excited?
225.
Woo! Okay. All right. So you guys, and that's the minimum number. That's with the $50 face average. So just so you know. Okay. So there's the wholesale order. There's the 3 interviews. You can do those with me over the phone or in person, or you can do it by yourself if you feel confident that you could do that. And then 9 faces. Okay. Whoever does that, text me on either Friday night and say, Jen, done, and done. Okay. Or you can text me when everything is done. But Monday I will do a drawing for this necklace, and I will have special recognition for you. Does that sound good? Okay, everybody understand what we're doing? Good? All right. Okay, you guys want to go have an awesome week. Thank you for being here. Go watch that thing that we watched. See you guys. What did you watch?
Go watch the thing.
My